Hi, welcome to the ambershows. Happy Monday. Starting a whole new week. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Okay, let's get right straight to the news. First thing I want to talk about is the state trooper that was shot. He was shot by a white boy yesterday, and he's in critical condition, the state trooper. And guess what? The white boy is being charged with attempted murder. He's alive. He doesn't have a black eye. He doesn't have a bruise. He hasn't. It hasn't been reported that he committed suicide in his cell. So it's just so funny, ironically funny, not ha ha funny, that white people shoot the police and they just get arrested. Or nothing happened to them. Us, we get pulled over for a traffic or just a normal traffic stop. And the next thing you know, your family's being called that you committed suicide. You go walking into a store to get some Skittles and a tea, and you come out and you're killed. You sit at a park bench with a toy gun, and you're murdered before the police can even get out of the car good. Michael Brown walking down the street, unarmed, shot in the back. I mean, I can say things over and over and over and over and over again, and this never happens to them. Doesn't happen. Didn't happen to Bonnie and Clyde, didn't happen to Al Capone, and it's still not happening today. They just get arrested. Okay, there have been 11 heroin overdoses in Florida in just the last week. They're saying that, this is what I saw in the news, which was very, very interesting as well. They said that, this is the newscaster, she was like, we've never seen things like this. It must be because, it's very, very cheap now, heroin, and it's plentiful, and just people are getting it. And these are people that are overdosing who are, you think are people that you would never think that would use heroin. I mean, it's not in, these aren't people that were in the ghetto. These are people that live in outstanding communities, and we never used to hear about that. And now we're hearing this. See what happens? Oh, we never heard about it. You never heard about it because as long as, and she just basically said it herself when she said that. We only just would hear about it happening in poor communities. That's how she put it. Well, now that's why you're hearing about it, because white people are ODing, okay? You weren't hearing about it when it was in poor communities because nobody cared. It wasn't until, actually, as I live in New York, actually, I do remember when they started putting up centers to help people with drug addiction, and it was right after one of the Kennedy boys, I can't remember his name right now, Bobby Kennedy Jr., was busted on 116th Street in New York buying drugs. And then he OD'd, and then all of a sudden all these methadone clinics popped up and helped for people. And it's the same thing now. When they announced it on the news this morning about these 11 overdoses, and the newscaster actually said that. She said, now it's in the suburbs and outstanding communities, when before we didn't hear about these things because they were in poor communities. No, you didn't care. Nobody cared. But now, anytime anything bad happens and it's in a black community, it's not cared about. Nobody does anything about it. But as soon as it happens in a white community, you can believe there are going to be all types of things set up to help those people. And consequently, then the black people or the people of color or people in areas where they are ghetto areas, they can take advantage of those things that are helpful because white people have it as well. So that's how it goes. Anyway, I want to tell you this. It's not going to be good for you to hear, but this is the truth. I don't eat red meat unless I'm looking for a real good hamburger, but now I'm not even looking for a real good hamburger no more. I don't cook red meat. There's poop in every hamburger. Every single hamburger has some cow poop in it. What happened is they did a research, and animals like once the cow has been killed, and when he's killed, you know, there's poop of other animals that are on that particular farm or whatever. So you have pig poop and chicken poop. Anyway, so when they're scooping him up after they've killed him, of course he's dirty. And then when they skin him, a lot of that skin, by the way, goes right into, they can't get it all off. So there's poop actually on the meat. So when they put it through the grinder, you're actually getting poop, you're getting other pieces of the filler, which fillers in the meat are all parts of the cow, and also in that ground beef is chicken poop and pig poop and parts, all kinds of stuff are actually in your ground beef, even if it's organic. All hamburger meat has poop. Now they're saying that steaks are a little different, or roast, because you have the skin on it and then you're cooking it. So when you cook that, it actually, the skin that had the poop on it actually is gonna, the bacteria will be killed off while you're cooking it. So it's really important, even when you're cooking your hamburgers, that you cook it at the right temperature. But it said it's fecal matter is in all ground beef. You have a certain amount of fecal matter, and it is passed through USDA. Also, did you hear that Master P? Now he's about to do his own bio on the big screen. So we'll be looking forward to that. I think all the rappers now who made it big are deciding to do their bios because they see it's actually really paying off. This is the second weekend that Straight Outta Compton is #1 at the box office, knocking out all the other movies that have come out. This is a big surprise to, I know, those big white film executives who did not want to maybe invest in that movie. This is a big surprise, and I know once they get it overseas, it's going to be even bigger. But so congratulations to Cube and Dre. Did you hear that Dre has publicly apologized now for beating up women, blah, 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 blah. Okay, how to survive the middle seat on a crowded airplane. If you end up getting the middle seat, make sure you pack or carry all your carry-on and your personal bag methodically. Place your books or your iPads and anything else you have you will need definitely during the flight. Just have it next to you where you're ready to, you can get it right then and there, so where it's easily accessible to you. This way you don't have to test the boundaries of your limitations around you because you have a small seating area being in the middle. While that way you don't have to dig through stuff while you're in the middle, you know, and somebody else is on the side of you. So board as early as possible. Claim the arm seats. The middle seat, actually, they both belong to you. Proper etiquette says you get both armrests, so you should claim that quickly. Also, don't. Limit your carry-on and things that you have, so you'll have them right in front of you, okay? So then you'll have more leg room. So if you put your bag up top and just take your iPads out, your books out, things like that, you have more leg room, so you don't have to put it under your seat. Take a deep breath and relax, and make an effort to be pleasant to both people on each side of you. Try and make friends with your neighbors. Want to laugh or talk or just say hello, introduce yourself or whatever. Also, get a neck pillow. That way when you're nodding out, your head won't fall onto either side of the person. Also, get some headphones. Get the noise connector headphones. Those are the ones, they're called noise canceling headphones. That way, you know how you have on headphones and sometimes a person can still hear your music? They're called noise canceling headphones. Get those. Also, bring some good reading material. Try and use the bathroom before your flight. And after boarding is over, you can also, like when the doors are closing, just look around and see if you see an empty seat that may be even more comfortable, and just ask real nicely and politely your stewardess if you can move to that empty seat. American Airlines workers, they are saying that they are facing, the black American airline workers, they're saying that they're facing racial discrimination. They have a lawsuit. There's a class action lawsuit with Reagan National Airport and Philadelphia International Airport. They say they have been subjected to racial taunts and are routinely assigned unsafe equipment, the most difficult task. They're always assigned. 80 employees are suing. There is an investigation by our U.S. Attorney General Loretta E. Lynch. Some of the employees were even saying that managers would get back at them if they tried to complain about something, and that if they got in trouble, that the white people, they would either sweep it under the rug or just not talk about it at all. When white people got in trouble, they let them get away with it. And that with black people, they were actually fired most of the time. They even had managers who used the N-word. They're also saying that some of the managers would actually curse at them, call them circus monkeys, tell them to go back on the plantation when they're telling them to go back to work. When they're in the break room, they had a manager who actually said they always want to play nigger music and things like that. So our General Loretta E. Lynch is investigating this atrocity. Okay, a set of twins in Camden, New Jersey, Maurice and Marquise Harper, 26 years old. They were found dead in their car right across the street from their house, like right on the other side of the street. They have been sitting in the car, both shot in the head. Neighbors and everybody around said they didn't hear anything, don't know anything, and I don't know if that's just the code of the streets that nobody knows, but they're all saying that they were really nice guys, and people thought they were just sitting in the car. A lot of people, and their bodies weren't found that they were dead for a couple of hours. A person realized that they had been there for a long time, and they looked and saw that they were slumped over. Police were called and they were both dead. It's so ironic that they were born together, they died together. Very nice looking fellas, and they had a good reputation from what they were saying in the news. Also, Lisa Bonet, people want to know if Bill Cosby ever hit on her or tried to drug her. She has not ever come out and said anything about it. Her daughter, Zoe, has said that if her mother had something to say, she's an outspoken person, and she would. But I do remember that Lisa Bonet was blackballed after she did that movie where Bill Cosby did not want her to do it. And then she didn't do the sequel to their TV program that they had after the Cosby Show, because I heard that he had blackballed her. And so so she just maybe wants to just be quiet and just go ahead and live her life, and it doesn't make any sense to talk about it anyway at this point of the game. Straight Outta Compton, I told you, is back, and also Master P is going to make a movie. Oh, this is what I want to talk about. Who shot Biggie? We all know or feel, I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I'm positive that Suge Knight had something to do with killing both of them. They were both, Tupac was killed out in Vegas, and so was Biggie. And there was a cop, his name, police officer Russell Poole. Russell Poole was the police officer in Los Angeles who believed that Suge Knight, that some police officers killed Biggie, and that Suge had him killed, and that these police officers were on Suge Knight's payroll. And that has always been the theory of what happened. Well, but Suge Knight wanted to make it look like, like Biggie killed Tupac, so now somebody killed Tupac because of Biggie, that thing. And that was their beef. But really, that was a conjured up beef for sales. And then Tupac may have wanted to get out of his contract at the time, because remember, Biggie was, Tupac was with Biggie when he got killed. I mean, was with Suge Knight when